It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals.
Dixon set to kick off.
A date on Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, no look on his first look of the game. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
It's safe.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Drake London. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. On 4th down, they snap to Tagovailoa. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 3 now. It's Benson on the give. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Sit. 2-2. Hard. 2-2.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That's cut at the 4. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal.
Forward! Forward! Stop!
Benson can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Murray. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
21G, 21G. All right, come on. Ready? Out.
Tagovailoa now against the blitz. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Tua off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Tagged by Kyle Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Ready? Ready, team. Okay. Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Yep.
First down, here's Tua. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over.
6-yard line.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Ready.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play good for 17 and a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's Tua again. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Ready.
He's got the first down grab and still going. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
13 yards. And the Falcons first down.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Tie ball game now as they send this away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now Murray. There's a screen to Benson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Hey.
1st and 10, Murray. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points.
Omaha.
Murray here on first down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Omaha. Let's go.
They're going play action. It's Murray. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Come back, come back.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
20, TA. Ready. 20,
They send a man in motion. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tua out of the pistol. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He's got to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 20, TX. They're right here. 20,
Here's Tagovailoa again. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Ready. Out. Hey, 21's here. Whoa.
Throw here, 3rd down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Ready, shot.
Putting a receiver in motion. Now Tagovailoa on 4th. Downfield, and he finds London. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game so far. Brought 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the first.
17 yards. First down, Falcons.
And bring the tight end left.
Ready.
Tagovailoa on first down. Gets his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. He comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Staying with Robinson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the 1st and goal.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now Kyler. Into the hands of Harrison. 30. A 10. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. That one's cut on the left sideline. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Falcons first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Falcons first down.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Complete out to the right. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense still line. This is second and 4. Tagovailoa now. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. Back to Pitts it goes. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. timeouts, their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Tua again. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Cardinals make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
One last play before the break. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground and start this one off. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. Return starts at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. We'll have him gain up a handful there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Now Murray on the play fake. He's going deep this time. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup, and it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Play action now. Murray. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Well, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Benson on 1st and 10. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Caught into the hands of the rookie from Arizona State. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Line up the design keeper. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. York now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
21G. Okay.
Tua out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop it. Offense to the line fast.
It's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. And you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
You're right here.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Point after is up and through. And the Falcons chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Here's a screen to Benson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. They'll toss it here to Benson. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Here's Kyler to throw. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Right to pylon. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
You got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Falcons 21.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here. Tua setting up to throw. Into double coverage interception. And the Cardinals will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10. The give now to Benson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Cardinals football, currently in position to advance in the postseason. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Quickly out to the right, complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals set likely locked up the win right there. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. If I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
All right. Ready, team, right there.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Solo left side. 21G.
Tagovailoa on first down. Guess who? Pitts has another. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 46.
44. Ready. Ready, team. Watch it, option. Out.
Now 2 at a throw. Cut out left. And nothing doing after the catch. A good gain on it. They're down to the 35.
That's another
Ready to stay.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Ready, team.
Motioning the tight end now. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Into traffic, complete. And this one does not go far. Offense up to the line fast.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down.
22.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
TX. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh no, they get it yet again. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals get it back after the return is stopped at their own 30.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Now begin this drive with Benson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The wonder failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground with Benson. That 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Down here, need 8 on the play.
What you got?
3rd and long, they're going to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So 4th down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. This one well struck and angled toward the sideline. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Big yards on the right side. It's an excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. He's got to push one deep down the right. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you what, what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down, give to Robinson. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line.
Let's go.
Working quickly here.
Gain of 6. And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st down, here's Tua. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. That heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Slot man motioned over.
Let's go.
Tua now from the gun. Man downfield, and he finds London. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Goes to the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Not first down. Here's Tagovailoa. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26. Here's Tua again. Completed to his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. From the red zone now. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And this one doesn't go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Tagovailoa. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Drake London with a touchdown.
The kicker on.
Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Down 2 scores, and with 2 timeouts left, this onside recovery is a must-get for them. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21.
49. Falcons 28. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready.
Tagovailoa back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. That's good room at the 35. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Offense is hurrying, time running down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Falcons.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Try and run here with Robinson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down and 10, Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
It's 20, TX.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Running back sent in motion. Desperation time here. Finds him over the middle. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Tyler with a chance to run it here. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. Conference champions. A heck of an achievement, Brock.